And the situation in Nigeria has overcrowded the mind of the youth. And we must use our diversity to create job. And the resources of the youth must be tamed. What nonsense was he talking about? Apart from all the buzzword, but he also said that, yes, I have signed the devolution of power bill into law. They don't start, now just 2 weeks, so they don't start this scam again. In March, Bokwari said he has signed a bill into law that will allow the states and individuals to generate electricity. March, yo. Abi, you don't forget. So the talk said they don't add private sector to also generate electricity. So they won't give them to Kanu to sign. And Kanu just told them there that electricity. Now everybody can go and generate electricity. And some are saying that even if not that one only he did, well, everybody go figure out their life after that. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. And that is why during his campaign, he was personally angry or sad that Nigeria spent 16 billion without making a deposit or a down payment for the roasted corn. Don't go anywhere.
We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
They've started their propaganda, okay? That they're going to make you think all of this while where Kanu was doing all that gaff, sick one, they will make you think he's pretending. You just listen to about a 15 minutes video of Kanu. That person sounded like somebody with something they hear. Let's be honest. Like after you listen to him, could you pinpoint something that you can say, wow, what he said is going to do, the action they said they are already taking on this so and so, I am impressed about that. Can you really pinpoint anything? All the blah, 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 blah that I was talking there, the buzzword and all that. But they have already started the propaganda to say, if you meet Kanu, he's so intelligent. No be this Kanu, they said that he no get sense be this. Look at the way he's walking, Look at the man, they said he's sick. See, he's walking fast. Oh my God. People lied. The propaganda is about to eat. Or you know something you can't lie to. And that thing is nature. I hope everything still continue to work and they maintain this part of where it's not going to be like completely crash in public. But out of the whole meeting, you get one meeting with me I like, even though the guy happened to be one of the beneficiaries of election rigging and stealing in Enugu. So it was at the Asshole Rock too, as a lot of them are being called in. Former governor, current governor, Kwakwanso, James Ononafe Ibori, murderers, money launderers, and the rest of all those criminals that you can find. Everybody is finding their way to the Asshole Rock to go and kiss the ring. Not bad, right? For them. Because Nigeria is a crime scene anyway. It's a place whereby if you think you want to be a saint, in your lifetime, you will regret it. Not be say when you die. You know, when people say, my brother just died for nothing. He was such a saint. Very honest guy. He will never, ever do anything, but he just died like that. Because he will never take bribe. No, you're not going to die before you will regret it. It is like Nigeria. Well, kudos to those of you who are still being very kind of, good people. Because we still have good people out there. Don't let us deny that. So, anyway, this guy met with Kanu. And among all the bala, bulu, bala, he had to say, I love the fact that he said he said to the face of Kolu, let Nnamdi Kanu go. I said it before, Tinubu have no reason to keep Nnamdi Kanu. He has none. The same criminal Daura Secret Service playbook is what they are still using now, whereby Nnamdi Kanu is still being tortured. Nnamdi Kanu is still being denied access to his own doctors. And on, Nnamdi Kanu is still being denied all of the court orders that were kind of given to him based on his fundamental human rights. We know the fundamentalists, the fanatics that decided to keep him as a trophy and then burn down the eastern Nigeria. 8 years was not enough for them. They failed. Nnamdi Kanu is alive. So Tinubu shouldn't inherit Boko Haram's enemy. But one person among all of them, we went to that asshole rock, a Sisumba guy. He told him, please, let Nnamdi Kanu go. We can always see that as a gesture of goodwill gesture. You need to show that Nnamdi Kanu did you nothing. Of course, he did nothing to Nigeria. Yeah. And that's Zumba. I'll play you that. That's something that I can pick out of their asshole rock, picture taking and all of that. FEG worshipping and the rest. This one. Wait for the last 2 minutes of this conversation. By the way, Channels Television's video clip.
Please, may we know why you are here this evening, sir?
I came and, frankly, I brought to the president the warm greetings and best wishes from the government and the people of Enugu State. But above all, you may also know already that we made massive campaign promises to the people of Enugu, and we also have expressed humongous vision. We've taken a bold view of what Enugu could achieve in the next 4 years in terms of growing our economy from the current levels to $30 billion. And one of our core governance philosophy is to collaborate and to have partnership. And we have identified the federal government as our core partner. We have a number of dormant assets in Enugu, which we believe, partnering with the federal government, we're able to transform them into productive assets. A lot of people do not know, but we have huge mineral resources in Enugu, and these resources are sitting under our ground, not being productive. So we believe with the partnership we're trying to basically build with the federal government, we're able to transform these assets into productive assets. We also, of course, you know that the growth level we have proposed is one that is going to be driven by private sector. And private sector want the ease of doing business. And one of the core indicators of the ease of doing business is security and infrastructure. So we also had that conversation with Mr. President. We have made a very strong announcement where we've banned the sit-at-home on Mondays in Enugu. And obviously what that means is that we would, of course, need to, heighten our security, tackle the challenges that would flow from that. And, essentially that's what I have come to do. And finally, we also, of course, talked about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You know that the Southeast has made a collective demand to have Nnamdi Kanu released. And we basically identified with that and request Mr. President, who in his inaugural address promised the people that he's going to engender national healing and is going to serve with compassion. So we've basically informed him that this would serve as a pointer to his administration's extension of hands of fellowship to Ndi Igbo. Thank you.
Do you get that? He's a very articulate guy who made his points very clear. And what happened after, is, yet to be seen. And I personally have told you on this program that I know the Nigeria system, a crooked, corrupt, unforgiving system, is crude and cold. And anybody who find themselves in their arm, these are guys who don't feel any remorse. If your life is lost in the process, they have no remorse. A good man should not be punished simply because of the fragile ego of some ethnic jingoists who prefer supremacy instead of equality. Now, if they couldn't crush him, I don't care if they have to make a deal with the devil. Just let the innocent man go. The propaganda of trying to justify the killings of those who are demanding for referendum, a situation where a plebiscite kind of, where everybody who wants for or against will have a chance to test that out. Now, you don't criminalize that, but over the years, we watched how Bokwari's government desecrated the hallowed or the sacred hallowed chamber of Nigerian courts by, rubbishing all of their own court orders and the rest. So I don't care if now Ba or any one of them, if now those criminals come together and decided that he should go and they want to let him go, is welcome. Life after that can only be, sane. So yeah, I appreciate that too. And I appreciate everyone probably does it publicly or even privately. Let the innocent man go. And if Kolu indeed is not here to inherit the enemies of Bokwari, that he doesn't even know why Bokwari is holding him per se. Bokwari doesn't even know why he's holding him. They are just afraid of him so much. So if there's any time at all, it is now. And I hope all of you will support that, okay? Including you, the Obidients. Something about injustice is this, right? Over time, as all of us have come to know, in Nigeria, when people are not suffering when injustice is happening, yeah, Nigerians typically, they don't give a damn if it is not happening to them. You understand that? It is only when that injustice is happening to you that some of them will want to tell you the whole world will have to collapse. Your government of Nigeria orchestrated a mass killing in eastern Nigeria. It was deliberate. They spent billions of your money trying to propagate and justify the killings. But yet, for 8 years, not a single either IPOB member or alleged IPOB member has been in any way, in any court in Nigeria, convicted of any crime whatsoever. But the rest are social media conviction, media condemnation that actually prompted some of you to even justify the barbarism. Because you know what? Nnamdi Kanu is very insulting. Nnamdi Kanu insulted this, insulted that. Nnamdi Kanu said this, he said that. Therefore, for committing no crime, he could die for all you care. But look at how injustice works, right? You see the election, right? That's an injustice. Do you see how you felt about it? That is the feeling of injustice. And guess what? When people laugh on your face, do you see the rage you're feeling? Do you see that rage you feel when they mock you after they robbed you? That's exactly what injustice feels. And that's exactly how a lot of you have joined them to condemn, even without a single proof that they've done anything really wrong. I told you from far, far back now, they brought in unknown gunmen, their own political criminals that they gave gun to in eastern Nigeria. Suddenly, the Nigeria government looking for the IPOB, suddenly the unknown gunmen will shoot and kill and fight, like they will do all this for hours. And there will be no response from any Nigeria military. But a few days after that, they will move straight to communities where civilians live, aged people, vulnerable people, women, children, and they will start burning their houses and they will start killing them. And the next you see in their news, Nigerian army defeated IPOB members in Holu local government. Guess those IPOB members, old men and women, in their own small houses, in their small hamlets, living their peaceful lives. This is what they have done for 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. So see, anything else they've told you, none of these things have been proven in any of their courts. 8 solid years, ladies and gentlemen. Not even a single person has been convicted of anything they've told you. But at the end of the day, they told you, or they made you feel like if they release him, is a threat to whatever you think you are about to do for Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is not there. There is injustice against him. He deserves it. A lot of you feel like that. Some of you have said it to my face on this program that he deserves it. Some of you actually told me that I'm trying to sound nice to them. I am talking about the injustice, the same one I have seen meted at so many people because of where they come from, or because of the religion they believe in. We have seen that happen repeatedly. So if Nnamdi Kanu has done anything wrong, the right thing is that they have him. Yes, they have him. They kidnapped him, but yet they couldn't prove anything. So if you want to kind of believe in justice, and I don't want you to begin to react, because if you read it in the news tomorrow, Nigeria government, Tinubu is releasing Nnamdi Kanu. All of you who are currently feeling what injustice feels like, I hope that you will suddenly not return back to that your old ways of telling people who deserve injustice and those who deserve justice. Guess what? Everybody will learn. Like I said, life is a teacher. Let him go. Let him go. If you have criminals in Eastern Nigeria who are committing crimes in the name of Biafra, if you have a government, you can separate criminals, wannabes, impostors. You can separate them from those who genuinely would love to see a referendum take place where those who want to stay in Nigeria or those who want to leave will have an opportunity to express same. But rather than for government to protect the right of those who are kind of campaigning for the referendum, they decided to bring up criminals, harm them, and call them unknown gunmen. But yet, the man they locked up for all of this, they are so afraid of taking him to court. So now that their time is gone, there's no point in keeping him. I'll keep saying it, and everybody advocating for his release just never stop. And like I said, they can go and make deal with the devil. They can bring devil into the whole thing. I don't care. Just let that innocent man go. Biafra will take his course or take his place. And I've told you this many times as well, okay? A lot of you believe that saying that Nigeria should break is just too harsh to say. We should work together. We should unite. All of you who are unity beggars and the rest, listen to me. The breakup of Nigeria is mostly not in our hands. It's when it's finally going to happen. It's going to be what a lot of you will be so surprised that, wow, so a lot of people actually wanted this. But it's not going to be because we want it. That's why Nigeria will break. It is because the criminals who have held Nigeria this much, who have divided Nigeria this much, who have ruined Nigeria this much, they are not giving up. They believe they are smarter and they can use all tricks and all of that. And, again and again and again, they will break up Nigeria. Our prayer is just to hope that it won't be that of violent breakup. Or you see, something, if a peaceful breakup is impossible, violent breakup, it will be inevitable. None of this is in our hands. Injustice breeds resentment. Nigeria is a ground where injustice reigns. And there are people who are victims of this injustice. So injustice breeds, resentment. Resentment when you just don't want anything. No matter how much you try, you just can't find anything that is going to kind of emotionally attach you to Nigeria. But what do you see most? Things that are going to continue to tell you that you will regret, expecting that something positive will come out of this. It's not because you don't want it. It's not because I don't want positive things to happen. When positive things happen in Nigeria, when people feel safe, when the economy is better, indirectly, the pressure that a lot of us are currently facing outside Nigeria, taking care of those who have come under the economic crunch, financial crunch of Bokwari and APC. If Nigeria is working better, if there is security, if you have enough a job, right? A lot of us will actually live better lives abroad too. In case if you don't know, there are many, many of us. Listen to this. Oh, as they ruined Nigeria, there are many, many of us who have been outside Nigeria for years. And usually they will think, oh, well, I'm going to return back to Nigeria. Every year, your politician ruined all of that, destroyed all of that, indeed. And what do you expect? So one of these days, your politicians are going to press that breakup button. You will not be able to reverse it. None of us will be able to reverse it. But around that time, the only shocker you are likely going to get is that a lot of your friends, they will love Nigeria to break up if they are offered that chance. But your politicians, they will push all of us to that stage. You get? They will push all of us to that stage. So if Nigeria is working, everybody is fine, a lot of us will kind of probably have a better life too. But the more they destroy Nigeria, the more they force you out of Nigeria, or force us out of Nigeria, the more the worst of Nigeria continue to rule possibly the best of Nigeria. So what do you think will happen if you continue to rule a country like that? You'll be given an award as the worst ruled country, award Abi, and everybody will continue like that. No, life doesn't work that way. So whether Nigeria is going to break now or it's going to break up later is completely in the hands of most of you who are giving them that power, defending their shenanigans, and in fact, rooting for them, even when you are everyday victims of their bad behaviors. So it's just a matter of time. And the more injustice spread, the more disconnected a lot of Nigerians will be with the entire Nigeria. And the more the number grows, the more you should start counting the days for Nigeria. You can't wish Nigeria well and say, you know what I mean? Like, just say, oh, I want Nigeria to be fine, and then Nigeria will be fine. Oh, I wish Nigeria well, and Nigeria will be well. When criminals are cooking, grouping, camping here and there, plotting, executing things that will continue to keep Nigeria down, how long do you think they can hold everybody down? I mean, if I may ask. You don't know. Let's go back to their court today. This time around is just court gist. So the presentation of witnesses or cross-examination of witnesses in their court trial continued today. So people destroying people or pig dig pits, PDP, they called INEC officials as witnesses, and they kind of finally had them on. You know, they promised to bring INEC officials who worked to come and prove that INEC deliberately did not upload the election of a presidential result because they were rigging it. Yeah? So the INEC officials came in and they testified as witness today. But when it got to the turn of the Peter Obi and the Labour Party, you know, they have been bringing in boxes and boxes and boxes. Today is not an exception. They brought in more boxes, but they brought in something else. They are now moving into, you know, yesterday as well, they brought in a witness who happened to be a digital architect, something. Here you get. So anyway, today they brought in a flat screen or a big, massive screen into the court with all other boxes as usual. Add evidence, visual evidence, and it be like say, Wahala day. More people are going to visit Aso Rock in the coming days because Tinubu will probably invite you too into Aso Rock to beg you, I need your help. This democracy, you need to help me. He's going to need everybody's help in these coming days. Now, I saw this in their court. Watch.
Which one is this one again that this Labour Party people are bringing? Wow. Labour Party, what's going on? What's happening?
Since there's no option, what's next?
What are these people bringing today? My heart is beating on behalf of everyone in this courtroom. See what Labour Party is bringing to the courtroom. Guys, Hey, Jesus Christ. Come. I'm begging the entire country. Nobody should steal from Peter Obi again. Nobody should steal from this man again. I'm begging you people today, please.
From reliable source, whether na ketchup sauce or be pepper sauce or be tomato sauce, from a very reliable source, they said all the videos that you are uploading on social media during the rigging time of people casting, taking away ballot papers, ballot boxes, destroying them, disenfranchising people, they say the real evidence wey dey, dey public, and it go be a very long thing when they begin to show them to convince the tribunal that see how INEC rig election, see how they change this one and this one. We will prove it to you technologically. We'll prove it to you physically. We'll prove it to, visually. We'll also prove it to you by the document we have. All of these are here. Then we'll also bring witnesses who then corroborate all of these evidences. I say the judges was like, but I say we'll go watch film today. Oh. Now film will go watch this. So they set it up. And I think it looked like this.
Guys, see what Labour Party brought to court today. See what Labour Party brought to court. This is not easy. Please, if you want to embarrass somebody, embarrass the person small. Don't embarrass the person fully. Because what you're doing onto INEC and APC is a full-blown embarrassment. I did some so that we won't scare them today. Guys, I wonder what's in this Ghana Moscow bag. Oh my God. It's like they want to send Mahmoud out of the country. Hi. Give me 1 second, I'm coming. Guys. Oh my God. I did some so that.
So the popular Andu that actually does a wonderful job. There are many of them of this Obidients. One of them is called Miss Piel. Miss Piel on Twitter. Yeah, I believe that's her voice. She's been very, very, very wonderful, incredible. Like, if you want the manuscript of what is going on inside the courts, visual, picture, and the rest of that, she's very much handy. So if you really following this there, among other sources I also have, I recommend her. Anyway, it was like, we have evidence, we'll go show you, we'll go prove them all. You did not win, we'll go prove them all. Now everyone is more or less like, okay, this shit is getting serious now. But there are more dramas that I don't want to bore you with anyway, also behind the scene. But that one that I saw, I was like, no, I'm going to show this to you. That's how that went, okay? I think I should call it a night. Or should we take calls, even if it's just for a few minutes, right? You know what? Let's take a few calls. Now, if you are still here, you can still like this broadcast, okay? Like it, share it. And when I get back, I will take 1 or 2 calls, okay? Don't go anywhere yet.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you, Alhamdulillah. 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 Rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil
I have a caller. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, my good evening. How are you today?
I am very well, ma'am. Thanks for asking.
Uh, uh, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. How is Agbeke and my children? This is Abe City Ajaremi from London.
Oh, bless you, ma.
Fine, thank you. I'm around today. That's why I'm giving you a call. I always at work when you are online anyway.
Oh, brilliant. Then you are now my first caller, which is even more.
I'm so happy when I heard it. Yeah, I'm so happy. Anyway, firstly, I just want to say something about the Memudu Adamuata, whatever. Tinubu can go for his money. I think he gave the man money for this region. So he can easily go back for his money and collect his money back. So
it's
when
a
demanded,
deal, man. And that is why you have to deliver at all costs. It's not refundable.
Oh yeah. Sorry, by the time they prove all this out, so he will demand for his money anyway. So that is that. And another thing is, this Igbo people. I don't know what's wrong with them. I think it's only Yorubas that like money. Because all these Igbo people, they are in the government. Can't they see the way they are treating Igbos? And they can't fight for themselves.
Because
none of them can fight for them. Yes, because it's not good. Look at the way they are treating those people. It's just because of money. I thought it's only Yorubas. Their own is even worse than ours. You see? We got airports, so we thought this is very unfortunate.
Because I think that is going to be needed as well, ma. Thank you so much.
And I wanted to say about this Nnamdi Kanu. I'm so happy for this guy that said it out. So I love him so much, and I hope Tinubu will do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope Tinubu will do it. I hope.
Anybody's enemy. Buhari turned out to say,
I know.
So let him go.
Hope Tinubu will do it. I hope. So anyway, may God help us with this our country anyway. But the best thing is everybody should go on because to me, Fulanis, they've taken over the Nigeria already. They want to be in control. So both Yorubas and Igbos, we are different from them. So why can't they let us go?
Everybody just go their separate
Anyway,
ways.
very soon everything will be over soon. We hope so.
Thank you.
Let me leave you for another person. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too, ma. Thank you so much. Oh, she's still saying something there. Okay. I will read that up in the comments. I have another caller on the line. Here. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, got you. How you doing, Baba?
My Baba. Mobile Balogun no sọ̀rọ̀ àfi Balogun.
Hey now.
Baba.
How you be now, Baba?
Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ́wà?
Àlàáfíà ni o, Baba.
Àgbékẹ́ àtàwọn ọmọ nǹkan ń bẹ̀.
Thank you.
Máyégún. Ò ṣe é dúró wò. Kọ́lù ti wọlé. Máyégún. Àwọn èèyàn tí mọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ rárá. Máyégún. On the day of what's it called? My inauguration. I don't know if you saw any video of Kolu himself. I don't know if you saw a video of him. He couldn't even.
Maybe there's a particular one.
A particular one whereby he couldn't even stand. They were trying to catch him. He was trying to because he's been standing for so long. Nigeria.
You listen to that video where he was speaking to the royal fathers. Like if all of us want to be honest, what Nigeria is today, what could anybody make of that thing that he said? It's about 15 minutes video, right? It was just here and all of that. Just normal talk.
I want to beg you, Baba. I want to beg you. When you were telling us about that video, until you listen to it, then you will understand how bad, how damaging that video is for your brain. Because I was listening to it and it was damaging me. I could not make any sense out of it.
You know, sometimes you feel like, okay, maybe, he wants to talk about the youth. Let me listen. Then they will start talking and talking. Then they will just say something that is completely unrelated. Then they move on to that one. And you're like, what did he actually say about the youth? Other than the normal one, we need to work together. I need your help. Like, you didn't say anything. But again, they say he's very intelligent, Baba.
Baba, one thing I want you to also understand as well is this. All your new listeners that are just coming through. Baba, don't forget we, the people that have always listened to you, we are still in the background. Let them continue coming. And I want to remind them all. Anybody.
You know that kind of thing.
If you're looking for where they're going to romance anybody's ego, whether it is politically or religious or anything.
Talk say we should respect elders or respect leaders. If they come to us and say we need to show some respect, you know, you might think, you know, they may think they are trying to like be politically correct and advise us, but they won't understand that it's actually you insulting us. If you come on to Mayegun's and you say, Mayegun, I mean, let's show some respect, please. At least let's you know, you are insulting us.
Baba, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say to you when you have people like that who does not know how far you have come. You tell them to go and start from the beginning.
Right.
And start listening to Mayegun. Then you will understand why Mayegun is talking the way he's talking.
Yes.
Mayegun is not just talking anyhow. Go and listen to all his videos. Then you will understand why he speaks the way he speaks.
Thank you so much, Baba. I'll take another one.
Baba. So I just want you to know that we are still here. We are here. We are always here. We are not going anywhere.
Your brother, isn't it?
Yes.
Thanks, man.
Yes, we are here.
Another one, yeah?
Thank you.
Cheers, man. So he's right. What happened is that if you are new on Mayegun's Diary Political and you are wondering why we are talking the same way we are talking, Ahmed, how are you, Baba?
Wow,
I just do. How's your side?
Enjoyment.
Well, I'm surviving. We did here.
Yeah, you get everything I see today online. It be like no, you don't take a call pop up on my feed. So someone put in been put waiting the name Tinubu picture, Awolowo picture, and then MKO picture. We were call Meji, Meta on Toshi Abiba Ozojiko. But I can't laugh, say, where you can't put Obasanjo, as I go comment section, everybody say, what about Obasanjo? Some will can't talk, say, na Igbo in Papa, only Etiwa Adipe Olubukungu. Adipe Olubukungu, Ashiri. And you
do you know that Obasanjo's father is Igbo? Obasanjo's father is Igbo that everybody talks about. Do you know that it actually came from the AD of Tinubu and their gang? They started it. They actually started it back then. They said Obasanjo has no interest of Yoruba, and a lot of people believe that to this day. Some of us still kind of say, well, Obasanjo don't prove to us, say, you know, sure say that man is Yoruba. Now Tinubu and gang, anybody that is not in their politics,
like that.
You'll be classified as an enemy of Yoruba land. But look at Yoruba land that they control today.
It is even, I will even talk, say, Obasanjo somehow, in get background past Tinubu.
No be somehow, he get background. No. He get Obasanjo get family. He get childhood friends. He get people where we say elder. You know what that kind of thing. Tinubu no get any.
I know. I sabi that one. But this one at Tinubu we say we never see any one person making command contact say this person we me and him be sit down for class. I just say class.
Go see.
My grandpa, the papa we born my mama and Obasanjo, they been is it Baptist High School, Abibi Abeokuta, Abibi Lotte Law School.
Right.
Somehow like that. When my mom see, they tell me, say, is it? I think MKO. I don't forget. She been telling me. She been telling me the story like that. I say, oh, some people we know about my job background more than this madman. We don't know where Tinubu Amobi to ti gbori wọlé, Amobi to ti yọ wọlé. Yeah, gan ìdínà ìfún mama.
Alien.
Òun lẹ́yìn wá ń kọ pé ìran mẹ́ta kan ń tòṣì, ẹ máa tòṣì kú ni látàyé dọ̀run. Ní rí bá ti ṣe gbogbo àwọn wèrè tó jẹ́ pé ìkọkúkọ lẹ́mọ̀ kọ. Àwọn wèrè story wọ́n na sòpò wọ́n na sabi bring up. Àwọn story yẹn nǹkan tó máa ṣekú pa gbogbo yín òun lẹ tọwọ́ bọ̀ yẹn. Wàláì. Because as I see the thing vex.
Somebody who saw the same picture, I think they sent it to me. I'm going to go check my phone. Right? The person who saw the picture also said, Baba, they said the Rometa Okintoshi and that MKO and then Awolowo, they visited. They visited. And as I say, what if he's actually visit to call him Munko? I'm looking for the photo now. I'm going to show it to people. They know they think. They know their sense. Just set themselves up. They say the picture look like you know, some people said the picture looked like obituary. I mean, so like they are telling him that we are waiting for you. Oh, yeah, oh, I'll show everybody.
Yeah, this year.
No, I'm gonna bring it up. You continue talking because your time is also running. Remember?
And you see my obedience. Make una no worry. You know what? Breakfast. Lero. It's gonna be soft to you. Maybe probably it's gonna be a little bit cold. So you want buying fagun. So tomato today get to just. Probably you are buying this microwave. They will open a microwave. Here now they expect anything will come out from Nigeria. Support the breakup.
Thank you. I don't put the picture up, so I go see. I mean, I'll take another call. Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Ahmed. Let's go further. Now, here, I have another caller, and this is the image Ahmed is talking about. Here is my other caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good evening. How are you?
I am very well, ma. Thank you so much. How are you?
Yes, I thank God. And thank you so much for the wonderful job that you are doing and for enlightening a lot of us about the current situation that is on the ground in so-called Nigeria. Firstly, there is now a breaking news. Emefiele has been served a breakfast.
Yeah,
we all know that.
I'll go there, I'll go check on my source. Continue.
Go on Twitter. 5 minutes ago, breaking news. Twitter carrying.
Tinubu suspended Emefiele. I have seen it, ma. Continue, ma.
Yeah. So that's the breakfast. We all know that Emefiele will definitely get his own breakfast. Now he has been served.
Well, he's expecting it, I believe.
At the same time, we don't know whether the issue of Naira is coming or going. The new Naira note that they forced through our throats, we don't know what we're going to do with it. Some of us in diaspora, we've managed to get the new Naira because if you are traveling, you want to have Naira with you.
You do.
Now you have the new Naira. And you don't know tomorrow they might change the Naira back to the old Naira. So you have to now look for someone to go back and change the new Naira to the old Naira for you. What a confused country. And on this so-called useless man, the Labour Party House of Reps that only tasted a crumb and immediately he starts singing from both sides of his mouth. Oh my Lord!
You know what I figured out, ma? You know when I said that some of them, when they can't make headway in APC, Egbekegbe or PDP, that is when they remember Labour or other parties that they can use quickly. Do you know that guy is actually a former? In fact, he was running to be, a candidate of APC. When he no get on, he decided to go and join Labour Party. And he got elected through the Obi wave. Today, is talking about his president, who is like, is the best day of his life. Check your stream, man. But continue.
Can you just imagine in a space of how many weeks?
They haven't sworn him
This
in.
man is not, you know one thing?
Yep.
The same thing happens to Desmond. You see, that's Desmond Hill. The man, before they voted for that idiot, because I campaigned for him. Oh, the man is going to go there. He's a young man. He's a youth. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. The man got in there, and he forget about all the stupid promises he made. During the COVID, he was one of the people that actually heard the so-called palliative.
Yes.
This man was supposed to go in there and start fighting for the youth. The useless man went in there, forget the youth, and you can see this labor candidate. He vows, I'm going to go there, I'm going to be different, I'm going to do this, Labour Party is different.
They were following Obi everywhere when he's talking about consumption to production. But meanwhile, they are waiting for their own time of consumption anyway. No be so?
Jesus. These people are real bad joy. I want something big bad ghosts. These are the people they call that ghosts because they are by their wood. They are all fucking someone like part of my friends.
Chancers, opportunists. That's who they are.
Because you know when you hear someone that is Labour Party being voted in, you would think, oh, maybe they're gonna go and try to challenge in order to make a difference.
If they try that, if they try that, they will only be entitled to their salary and other emoluments. But the real money of budget padding, money stealing, doubling money, they will not participate in that. And I mean, I don't think many of them use Labour Party because of that. I mean, they are Nigerians, Abi. One of them just crashed by roadside now.
If the so-called Obidients can find a way to kick this idiot out,
they are working on it.
That will send a strong message to others that are going to be voted or that are going to use this same platform.
Will decamp. They will tell him to decamp. See, let me tell you something, man. Part of Tinubu's plan is this. If the courts fail to stop him in another 1 or 2 years, there will be no real opposition again in Nigeria. Are you following me? There will be no real opposition to talk anything politics anymore. Okay? So because by then, they will tell them to cross and they will protect them. You will not be able to recall them. They will put up every other, you know what I mean? And the journey towards that is about to start. Somebody will be saying that their former member. Do you think it's going to be difficult to go back now and join them and then increase their rank? I just wish the Obedient the best of luck to find a way around it. But it's not going to be that easy anymore. It's like giving a madman Same thing with Tinubu. It's been declared. He's acting like president right now. It's like a madman with a cutlass, man. You gave it to him or you did not give it to him. It doesn't matter. He's holding the cutlass. How you go take collector from him? That's the battle.
The man is mad. He is mad. Honestly, and you know those so-called our royal fathers asking for them to look into insecurity. We are close to the grassroots. Then we can. That's another way to come us because they will now collect the money and nothing will be done. What is going on in Ondo State? The killings haven't stopped.
Business as usual.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That country has gone, they've taken that country to China and they've forgotten it there.
Unfortunately, man.
And all these so-called wicked leaders erupting every second. It's like they get confused with money and they get drunk with power. And this is the problem. They forget everybody around them. It's not people around them doesn't even count. We know what is going on in Ondo State or in Ife.
You know area. Akeredolu is battling with a serious health issue right now, and he's been battling with it now for the past 1.5 years.
But he refused to let the deputy take over.
Let go. No, he won't let go. to go and take care
Why
of
are
himself.
people drunk? Power drunk?
No.
Let me allow you to take another course because these people sometimes I wonder if they are real human beings.
Yeah, let me do just that. What happened is that I'm going to take a break and I'm going to ask you, my viewers, to also take a moment, leave the comment section, okay? And then like this broadcast. African Wahala. Thank you. So let's take a moment of break. And when I get back, we will take more calls before we go to bed. Like the broadcast. Thank you. I have another caller on the line, but I'm going to connect you soon. Please stay on that line. I want to say something before we continue. You see, Matawale, the former governor of Zamfara, one of them who believed that the reason why he lost election was because he challenged Bokwari in court over the change of Naira